Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you are listening to Idea Diary. How's it going, everybody? I hope that someone's there listening. I'm doing a 15-minute podcast every day. This is my first week, and I'm not committing to every day for however long the rest of the year, but I am committing to seeing what's realistic, if I can do every day. I feel like so far it's been pretty good, not stressful. I feel I haven't done, I'm sure at some point you could batch a few of these and kind of put them as backups, kind of like an evergreen version of whatever I'm doing. I'm figuring this whole thing out. So, but it's going pretty well. This will be episode 7. And yeah, just trying to figure out what's interesting to everybody or what's fun for me. We kind of talked last week that I'm trying to build my new social media plan for the new world, whatever is happening. I feel like something feels different, and I am exploring what that could possibly be. And I'm here to figure it out. And hopefully I'll have some answers for you. So we've been talking about the artist's way, and I haven't received it yet, so I haven't read it, but I've listened to a ton of interviews with Julia Cameron, and I did do my first morning pages this morning. So you're supposed to do 3 morning pages. It's supposed to be in the morning, because I think part of it is capturing the hypnagogic state, which is the time before you wake up, or in between asleep and awake, and the time when you go to sleep and when you wake up. But for some reason, she's really adamant about morning pages have to be in the morning, that she gets a lot of people asking her or telling her that they like doing it at night, and she just kind of shrugs it off like you're doing it wrong, and you have to do it in the morning. So I'm not a morning person. I think I've told you before. But I am a second sleep type of person, and I'm going to have to research how to explain that properly. But before electricity, a lot of creative people, painters, probably writers, could be a lot of different trades that would do this, but second sleep is you would eat dinner at night, and then you would go to bed whenever the sun went down. I'm assuming part of it was you might be tired, but another part of it was it might have been expensive to keep oil and kerosene lamps, or candles might have been expensive. So you just went to sleep. And then about midnight or at 3 a.m, monks would do this. They would get up and pray in the middle of the night. Painters would do this. They'd go and they'd keep painting and keep working. Maybe a writer would keep writing their novel. It was just this very quiet time of the early morning where you could get some work done. And then you'd get some work done, and then you'd go back to sleep. And you would wake up sunrise, or I'm not sure how late people would sleep in back in the day, but I'm sure some did if they had the luxury to do it. However, so I'm not a morning person. I'm a night owl. I definitely I prefer to stay up late and work, but I also, sometimes I like to go to sleep really early and wake up and have kind of like a second sleep situation to where I might go to sleep at 8 o'clock at night, but then I'll wake up at 1 or 2 and then get a bunch of work done and then go back to bed at 6 in the morning and sleep till noon. I have a lot of freedom in my life, in my sleep schedule, so I kind of do whatever I want and whatever feels well. I'm really into sleeping. I can sleep anywhere, anytime. Nothing bothers me. I'm one of those people in the airplane that as soon as I'm taking off, I'm pretty much like falling asleep and I don't wake up until I hit the ground. And yeah, in high school, I could sleep through any class. As soon as a teacher would start talking, I would have like this like epic teenage kid look like I was taking notes, but I was really just totally asleep. I could sleep through anything. I could sleep through a parade. But, and also I like naps and all that stuff. But the second sleep thing, I really like, and I really can get a huge bunch of important stuff done in the middle of the night and then go back to sleep. I really like the early morning when it's still dark outside. It's that kind of 9 a.m. feeling that I just kind of get that sick morning. Like, I don't like that time of day at all. The kind of 7:30 to 11:30 time of day. It's just not, I don't feel great. I don't feel energized. There's nothing about it that gets me excited, and that's just not my time of day. So before I went to sleep, I kind of thought I'm going to do morning pages. So whatever time morning was for me, I had decided that I was going to do it. And for some reason, woke up kind of wide awake-ish. But I woke up and it was 5:50 a.m. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do morning pages. So, because, I don't know, sometimes have a conversation with myself in the hypnagogic state before I actually open my eyes. And I just kind of start taking mental notes of what I need to write down. So anyway, so that was happening. It was like 5:50 in the morning. So I just decided to get up and I was going to write down my notes. And so I did 4 pages, but I was using gigantic handwriting. I guess, I don't know, I was kind of sleepy and it was just like, that's just what my hand was doing. So I did 4 pages, but it's not necessarily a lot of stuff here. So I instantly felt like I wanted to write a poem, but I didn't. So I started writing down like the ideas that were coming to me, which for some reason this morning bands came to mind. And I was kind of like, bands have it really hard right now because there's no place to play. And bands are already not the greatest at marketing online. So everyone kind of has this empty feeling of not knowing what to do now with all the venues closed and who knows how long it's going to be. It could be a year, it could be 2 years. And so I just got this thing this morning to maybe tell you guys or tell someone out there that to use this time to focus on marketing your songs and learning publicity and learning how to get people to fall in love with your songs using the internet. So, and learning how to clear a song and setting up your publicity. There's like a whole list of things that bands just naturally, it's kind of the stuff that you do after you learn how to play your instrument, after you learn how to write songs, after you learn how to play shows. There's like this whole other level of work that you have to do. And a lot of bands think, oh, I'm going to get signed by a record label and then all the work's done. And really, the record labels don't do the work. Usually there's maybe 20 people. If you're at an indie label, it could be just one person working for you, which is bad. But if it could be an indie label with 20 people working for you, and you're still not, it's still not enough. Nobody knows exactly how to make a band happen, just like any product. You know, if there was like a specific map that was like, this is how you become successful, then we would all be successful at anything that we did. But there isn't. There's a lot of ins and outs. But when you're a band, there's a lot of stuff, even if you're signed to a label, probably even a major label, there's a lot of stuff you got to do on your own. And like with song publishing and getting songs into movies and TV commercials and who knows what else, you know, there's a lot of ways that you could be making a lot more money, but you don't understand the process, so you're not getting the money. So anyway, I just wanted to, I guess when I was thinking this morning, I just wanted to tell bands out there, shows will come back eventually, but use this time to, you know, learn the things that a lot of musicians just aren't good at. So the publicity, song publishing, collecting your money for being played, and clearing your song so that maybe you can sell it to something and it'd be really easy for someone to like your song and put it in a commercial. And yeah, so there was that. So I don't know, I'm just kind of going through what I wrote. I had some like marketing notes for a project that I'm working on. I definitely had the idea that I need a calligraphy book so I can practice my handwriting, because I feel like if my handwriting has definitely declined throughout the years. But yeah, I would really love it to have, because a lot of times when I see my grandmother signing a note, it's like her handwriting is so beautiful, and I feel like I don't have that. It's maybe I write well enough, but I'm gonna start looking for a calligraphy book and start working on beautiful handwriting. I mean, I feel like there's got to be some connection with beautiful handwriting and feeling positive. I don't know. I'm going to work on that. Kind of wrote about the second sleep and feeling like I was in this weird moment. I don't know. One of the things that I was having was I was doing the morning pages, and I was like, I'm going to smash together morning pages in Invisible Council. So I started, I didn't have an Invisible Council meeting, but I started kind of writing. I was like, should I just hold a meeting and see who shows up for my imaginary council of people that I would look to for advice for different set of problems that I might have. Using my subconscious mind to figure things out. But yeah, so I started kind of maybe making a side list of who would be in my Invisible Council. I feel like I kind of went with real people that are alive, because I kind of felt like they might be my Invisible Council, but I could maybe talk to them someday. I don't know, I just had that feeling. And then I kind of re-emphasized at the end here, my intention for peaceful excitement. So that's kind of my new, ever since the shutdown happened and all the craziness, I kind of have rethought about what do I really want, and I want peaceful excitement. I know I feel like I kind of feel guilty saying that I don't have any stress in my life, and maybe I don't have to feel guilty for that because I've worked hard, or not really that, I don't know, I've just, through working and growing up and everything, I've created kind of a day for myself that I can do whatever I want. I don't have any stress. I don't have any, not to say that I'll never have stress for money or whatever, but I definitely don't have that. I don't have worry for any single bill. Anything can come my way. I used to hate paying an electricity bill because I live in a 1939 pier and beam, so it's like almost impossible to not have a gigantic electricity bill because during the summer especially, but the AC, there's no way to fully seal a super old house. So there's going to be air that escapes no matter what. But the freaking bills are really high in Austin, or energy bills, and I used to dread it. I'd get the bill in the mail and I would just absolutely dread it, and I would kind of like wait till the last second to pay it. But now it's like as soon as I get my bills, I'm like, all right, like I just pay them the first second they come to me, and I do it. I guess not necessarily. There are some bills that I feel so happy about, but yeah, I try to, when I'm paying a bill or something out of the ordinary, I just try to get really happy about it and just pay it and then move on, because it just feels, I remember the days of stressing about it and hating it and kind of feeling just drudgery about it. And when you just kind of change your mindset and you feel happy and then you let it go, it's just somehow it's better. So I don't know, I guess I had some ideas. I don't know, I think towards the end I was just kind of getting positive notes to myself. I have an idea for a second podcast that is about guests, so it's not just me rambling on and on. So I started my list of who I might want to ask, because I'm going to ask one friend, maybe for my first time to do a guest podcast. I don't know whether to use the phone and just kind of skip the whole, what do you call it? Just trying to do Zoom or Skype, or just skip that whole process and just have a phone call and do it that way, or if I should try Zoom or Google Hangouts or whatever. So I've definitely hit 15 minutes, so I gotta run. But I really appreciate anybody out there who's listening, and thank you so much, and I will see you later. And I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just gonna play the music.